When it comes to converting decimals, percentages and fractions, there are some equivalences that you should know and recognise. The main ones are: 0.5 is equivalent to 50%, which is equivalent to a half. 0.1 is equivalent to 10%, which is equivalent to 1/10. 0.25 is equivalent to 25%, which is equivalent to 1/4. 0.2 is equivalent to 20%, which is equivalent to 1/5.
You can also use this information to work out 0.4 as a percentage. If 0.2 is equal to 20%, then double this to get 40%, which is equivalent to 0.4. When we're talking about percentages, it's useful to remember that a percentage is a fraction out of 100. That is a fraction where the bottom number is 100. When the conversions are not obvious, there are some rules that you need to follow. If you're given a percentage and you want to write it as a fraction, all you do is put the number that you have as a percentage over 100. For example, 60% as a fraction is 60 over 100, and 45% is 45 over 100.
What you can then do is cancel the fraction wherever possible. You do this by looking at the top number of your fraction, which is known as the numerator, and the bottom number, the denominator. You need to find a number that will go into both the numerator and denominator. In 60 over 100, both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by 10 to give 6 over 10. This can then be cancelled further by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2 to give 3 over 5. We can therefore say that 60% is equal to 3 over 5.
Similarly, in 45 over 100, both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by 5, since 45 and 100 are both in the 5 times table. This would give you 9 over 20, which can't be cancelled any further, as there isn't a number other than 1 that goes into 9 and 20. To change a fraction into a percentage, you divide the numerator by the denominator, then multiply the result by 100.
For example, to convert 5/8 into a percentage, divide 5 by 8, which is 0.625, then multiply this by 100. This gives 62.5%. To convert 3/5 into a percentage, divide 3 by 5, which is 0.6, then multiply this by 100. This gives 60%.
To convert a percentage into a decimal, you just divide by 100 and remove the percentage sign. For example, let's convert 89% into a decimal. All you do is divide it by 100. 89 divided by 100 is 0.89. To write 34% as a decimal, divide 34 by 100, which is 0.34. To write 150% as a decimal, divide 150 by 100, which is 1.5.
The opposite applies when you want to turn a decimal into a percentage. To convert a decimal to a percentage, all you have to do is multiply by 100. To convert 0.2 into a percentage, you multiply it by 100, which gives 20%. Similarly, to convert 0.67 into a percentage, multiply it by 100, which gives 67%.
To change a fraction into a decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. To convert 4/5 into a decimal, divide 4 by 5, which gives 0.8. If you want to change 7/10 into a decimal, divide 7 by 10, which is 0.7.